apostles, double honors to the elder bishops, salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work. Honors to the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen that look like the heathen, and to the Akwaf that listen and learn, those few. We give a hearty shalom. And judgment is going forth. Really, I mean, it's going forth hard. If someone quickly, what was that? I call for Ecclesiastes. Read all the way to 13, Baba Kashab.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Okay, because see, you got Jake out here that just continually doing evil, doing wickedly, you know, and especially these women. All right, well, I'm focusing on the women right now. Because there's a lot of judgment falling upon women in Babylon, and not just the Israelite women, just women in Babylon in general.
That's right.
All right?
If I may?
Yes, you may, brother.
It's because, first of all, somebody go get Esther, the first chapter, in Vashti. In Vashti, all you gotta go straight to Vashti.
Well, you know what? Hold that Vashti thing.
Cut.
Let them finish that, and then we'll bring it out.
Cut.
Verse 12, Ecclesiastes 8 and 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely...
Yeah, see, and they get away with it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're making money. Just like the drug dealers, drug dealers always end up what? Dead or in jail, man.
100%.
All right, because I knew a couple drug dealers, man, that was doing well, and both these guys ended up going down. One of them died young. Yeah, he got sick and died. The other one ended up in jail and being a broke nigga. Why? Because of a woman.
That's it.
A woman when ratted on him and told him I guess he had money hid in the wall, inside of a wall somewhere. He had drugs hidden inside of a wall somewhere. She got mad because he let her go to get him another broad, and she went, and there it is, man. All right. Now, what he was doing was wicked as hell.
But what she did was wrong.
But what she did,
Because regardless of what he did in his wickedness with the Most High, she was still bound to that man. If you go to the Nabal, whose name means a fool, right? When it came down to the interaction between him and King David, before King David was crowned king, he slighted King David to the point where King David got this army of men. He all was asking just for some substance for his guys, and he could have came down with that wrath. You know what I'm saying? But then the Lord took that Abigail, the righteous woman, from Nabal, and the Lord smote Nabal and killed Nabal and gave Abigail to King David. All right?
Judgment comes around, man. But go ahead and finish that, brother.
It says, Ecclesiastes 8 and 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged.
See, people don't get it. They don't get it. See, the Lord is about righteousness, man. If you're not about righteousness, He'll let you live. Why? Because He's setting you up. The scriptures say He let the wicked and the heathens, their shit stack up. But He said with the righteous, He punished forthwith. So now these motherfuckers who getting their shit stacking, going to my demon, she was like, well, if I'm so wrong, then why he ain't jacking me up? If Yahushua so right, why he ain't fucking me up?
Hold that energy, brother. Hold that energy.
This for your daughter's sake. This is it says, though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which fear before them. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days.
So you bet you are going to pay.
That's right, brother. That's right.
The scripture also say,
go ahead, brother.
real quick, it says, he said, who he loveth, he chastens.
Yeah.
So if you ain't getting chastised, then that shows deep hatred that the Lord got for you.
And it allows these people to have pride and for that to build up their will.
Especially these women.
Yeah, it didn't happen the first time. It was a brother did a lesson. He said, "You're pressing your luck." And that's true because they keep on doing it. Okay, this didn't happen. This
Playing Russian roulette.
Yeah.
And eventually, if you keep playing Russian roulette, you the bullet gonna be in the chamber. But yesterday, while I was on my way to the line, I have a conversation with a young man who has his Ephraimite wife, and I'm not gonna, identify who he is or anything like that. But this is what he said to me in his anger, because he's going through some shit with his woman. But and he pretty much does everything for her. But it's never enough. You can't make this woman happy. I mean, he done took her to Miami. He done took her on trips. He takes care. He realized that. He takes care of her and his kids, man. But he's to the point where he's like, fuck it, man. You know what? The child support people gonna come after me. Fuck it, I'll deal with that. Because he said this place about to crash. As soon as the chaos happen, I'm going to see that bitch. And I was trying to calm him down, but that's the spirit he's in. He said, as soon as this chaos happen, because I know it's coming. That bitch don't believe it's coming, but I know it's coming. As soon as this chaos happen, I'm going to see that bitch. There ain't gonna be no payments.
Get the judge.
I was just like, oh boy, okay. I'm trying to calm down, but nevertheless,
But he was in the right spirit.
in a way, he was in the right spirit, man. Because that's what that wicked sentence didn't come so speedy to these women. But let me share this with you, all right? And then I'm gonna shut down and let this brother get off what he want to get off. Because last night, I had a vision, man, and I was gonna save this for a sit down, but I'm gonna do it now.
Perfect.
And in this vision, I saw this really attractive woman. She looks like she was Northern King, gorgeous woman. I mean, this woman was gorgeous. She was kind of tall. She was very curvy, very shapely, and she was pushing a cart full of food. All right, she had a cart full of food, and then there was some men that approached her, and they looked in her cart, and they looked at her, and they grabbed her, and they literally bent her over the cart, and then they just started to walk away. She tried to resist them, and then when she realized resisting them was futile, they literally laid her over the cart, and they walked away with her and the cart. And it's like I was there, but I wasn't there. All right, because I was witnessing this. It's like I could see it, but I wasn't there. So they push off the street, push the cart down to the side and go down like an alley. And when they get to the opening in the alley, there's like a building, like a bar or something. And you can hear the noise of all the men that are inside. But outside the bar, there were two other women, and there was 3 mattresses. And these 2 women were on these mattresses getting drilled by 3 men at once.
Damn.
One of them was pregnant. All right?
Damn.
And they still was drilling her too.
Creepy.
She was sitting on one man's lap, another man was in front of her, another man was standing over her.
Man, I hope.
And it was men in the
Should've
bar,
happened.
drunk and drinking, and they would stumble out the bar and get in line. All right, and the woman with the food in the cart, they took her and threw her on the mattress, and immediately 3 men was on her, and they pushed her food into that building, and basically then from that I woke up, it was gone. But I saw this happen, man. She was pushed. She had all her food and her little dress on, and she had her high heels, and she was looking all good. All right, and they threw that little dress came right off of her. She had on a thong, and they just slid it to the side, and it was on.
She was an independent woman.
She was independent. All right, and see, I keep telling you, and I keep warning you, and I keep telling you how vicious and violent and disgusting and these men out here are gonna be, man.
That's right.
They're gonna be merciless, man.
That's right.
And and a woman can only be wet for so long.
Right.
All right, until she's dry. And it was like I said, you couldn't even see how many men was in there. I mean, just in front of it, all the men that was hanging around drinking and smoking, waiting their turn, it was about 30 or 40 of them right there. And from the noise that was coming from inside,
You knew it was crowded.
it was probably a couple hundred men inside of there, easy. All right, and that woman, she joined those 2.
As the carousel.
So
Yeah.
I keep warning you, all you jumpers from men to men, leaving your husband, especially you women who done left men of the Lord, man.
Stupid.
Ooh.
Both sides going to
Yeah.
kill you.
And you're gonna, what's that scripture that says you'll be given over to your own devices, roughly paraphrase?
Proverbs 1.
Grab that and then,
The girl from Judges.
I got one for
bring it out, brother.
Salaki. Come on, man. They just-
Satan.
Yeah, bro. This is Job. Salaki. What we got, Kyle?
This is Proverbs 1 and 31. Well, I start at 30. I started 29.
Say start at 29.
This is
Start at
Proverbs
29.
1 and 29. It says, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Well, if Yahweh Shai was so okay.
We'll find out.
And trust me, you have to give an account for every idle word that comes out of your mouth. You have to give an account for every thought that goes in your mind. All right? And you're going to have to give an account for all the things that you do.
Yeah, these women that try to penalize you because you didn't do what they wanted to do, and then they try to measure up, well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that. This way, well, according to the law, well, where did I go off?
Not a man.
Damn, me and the brother
See, that's the
just
difference.
talking about
All
this.
right,
in the
according
car.
to the Bible, see, because you want to be in control, you want things, you basically you want to be the man, and you want things to be your way, especially if you dealing with multiple women.
Right.
All right, because what it comes down to is these women that say they believe, but they don't really believe.
Oh, no.
And the woman don't want you to. She don't want you to be with another woman.
Yeah.
Like you have the right, the godly right to be. She wants you to be. She wants to be the center of everything and wants to control everything. That's what it really comes down to.
That's
The
right.
most so-called woman in the truth, dealing in the truth. She don't want her man alone. You remember what my sister said?
Oh,
What was
yeah.
that? She's like,
that-
I don't want him.
Don't tell it. Don't
Don't tell him.
Don't tell him that.
Don't tell him that.
Don't tell
I
him
don't
that.
want him to know that. I don't want him to have
Wicked ass.
these
What, did he
bitches.
have another woman?
Right.
'Cause we've
Well, she
told
already
you
know
about-
that.
yeah.
She knew it's true.
She already knew.
but she didn't want her man to hear that.
Right.
Damn.
But she already know that. I already told him. But she want to reinforce, not saying it again, because he's still doing him. Because a nigga gonna do what a nigga do. You can't take a man outside of a man unless you a simp.
We just
You
said
can't
this
take a
in the
lion
car.
and make him not a lion. The
Right.
lion is banging all the lionesses.
And he gonna do
In his
whether he
whole,
want to or
in the
not.
whole pack, they're all his.
Right.
Hey, see, and this is how hardcore it goes. When you go get that lion, you see lions all around my decor. You will see the same set
I like
lion.
that shit. His decor.
All right, you see the same set motherfucking lion. If he out there in the wilderness and he just not even feeling Dylan today, them lionesses will nip at his balls until he do hit them.
Yeah, they'll try to.
They
They'll
will
sit on them and they'll try to make them
they
feel
will
good.
attack him to fuck them.
Yeah, I was just telling the elder brother Yak in the car. I don't even know how it got to this. We wasn't talking about shit, and I was telling him how I had to let my best, well, not my best, cause I'm the best, really, but my best hoe beat it. I had to put her on the trail. I had to cut that bitch off immediately. But I told her they don't believe in the scriptures, and I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. If especially Jake women, all tribes, if you think this bitch don't even believe you getting paid on Friday, if you think they believe a nigga that a black man is coming out the sky to destroy the white man, you out your fucking mind. So stop talking to these bitches about the truth anyway. But now I'm gonna say this. What I told the brother in the car when I cut this bitch off, I told her if you didn't notice me as a star, you wouldn't want me. And this is a movie, bitch. I'm a motherfucking star, and I will never lose all my fans to become one of yours.
That's right.
Bye.
There it is.
Bye.
That's some.
Hey,
That's some.
That's some Jay. Cause look, if they get like Dre Taylor said, man, I'm gonna give him the credit for this one, cause he said it. And he's a nigga, but it's a lot of sense. He said when I talk to these women, I have to let them know that I deal with other women, because they won't see you as a star if you don't deal with other women. Denzel Washington, Lil Wayne, all these niggas, they got 10 times as much as you. And for those men, them bitches are fuck, suck, and shut up. And you know what they don't care about? They wouldn't ask him for money. They don't care if he has another woman. A bitch gotta see as a star. And these women that so called in the truth and never see us as that. So leave them bitches alone. Once they leave, you not even gonna get
Hey,
a
look,
chance to hear
man.
my voice. Fuck them kids. Fuck you. The Lord must don't like none of y'all.
That's
Cause
right.
I damn sure ain't talking to you.
That's
They'll
right.
see me when they grow up and I'll tell them the story. Fuck it.
And you know what? It's just like with right now.
I'm hard.
I understand. I know.
Jeff Bezos
Yeah.
and Bill Gates and Hell.
Billionaire.
All right, those are the perfect examples, man.
Billionaire.
They you know, now although Bill Gates and Hell is caught up because of all the litigation between him and Fauci and because of other things, but and his wife may be trying to protect herself from that. But nevertheless, Jeff Bezos, man, this woman became basically the richest woman in the world And she ain't even done shit.
Off divorce.
She didn't commit. She didn't put any work in to build his crooked, unrighteous empire. She didn't do nothing. She married into it, you know. And now she's a billionaire.
Yep.
And that's
She's
the
living in
business.
his house, gonna be living off his money, you know, banging up damn masseuse, some big dude from Norway named Hans. She gonna Big Swole Jerome, her personal trainer.
Yep. All of them.
All right, and the dude who got one foot at being gay and one being straight, the one that does her haircut every damn month.
And she finna deal with
All
right.
the nigga that
All right,
laid the concrete.
she gonna deal with all of them, man. All right, off of his earnings, man. All right, when the Bible clearly says that she's supposed to leave him with nothing.
Right.
Whatever she came with.
Okay,
Yeah.
that thing that you sent me today about marriage, that was heavy, man.
Oh, yeah.
That was heavy. With the miscegenation laws that happened around, you know, I think it was before the 1900s, but anyway, nevertheless, the information goes that the marriage license was basically to keep, originally was to keep Edomite women away from marrying Jake.
Yeah.
All right, and any children that came from that union belonged to the state. All right, and that's what the marriage license was all about in the first place.
And the proof of it is,
All right.
before they instituted that shit, and thousands and thousands and thousands of years, you didn't need a license, you didn't need a ring, you didn't need a judge to have a so-called marriage.
That was just
That's newly come up.
You see, you can jump in the bloom.
Yeah, you had it right, because basically you started nailing this bra. She was your woman.
That's it.
You had a Bible,
I got
and she took on your name,
I got
and then you had a Bible, and you wrote your name in the Bible, her name, and then the children that came from y'all union. That basically became your contract.
Even to this day,
That's why you'll find them old Bibles that have the whole all the family
it's an
names in it.
American law.
Yes,
It's an American law that if you have your family shit in an old Bible, that's actually record of your family history.
And
Well,
there
well,
it is.
That's
even
deep.
in white man's law.
That's
Well,
what
the word-
y'all bringing out right there.
Well, the word legal means written down. So when you write it down, that's the record.
That's it.
You know, and
I got a
also,
scripture.
Bitch,
Real
I'm trying to
quick.
hear the prophets.
Real quick. This is
I'm excited.
This brother. Genesis 24, and I'm going straight to the point. I'm gonna start with 65. For she said unto the servant, "What man is this that walketh in the field to meet us?" She was at a distance. She couldn't even see what the
Is
fuck
that
he
Isaac
looked
and
at.
Rebecca?
Come on, bro.
Can I bring out this? About 4 or 5 years ago, I brought out a lesson called "You Hoes Ain't Rebecca." But because it's the truth. Here it is, the scriptures, and there's a discut that virgin birth shit too when you read that, because it says she was a damsel and a virgin, which actually gives you the breakdown without having to go into it if you got some sense.
That's right.
And understand the scriptures. But here it is, she was fine. She was a virgin. Her family, you know,
Just
what I'm saying?
man.
They didn't
Just
say
saw.
nothing. Just go.
Come on.
But here it is, you get one of these right your mouth ass bitches, and you gotta be 6'8", 230 diesel,
Right?
500
And her
pounds
finger
of-
still like this, and her head still like this.
100%.
Hey, wait.
That's all
And she
I'm
got
saying.
cumbrellas. She got cumbrellas on. Hey, what'd you say?
Court the bitch.
She got court.
Worry about a
Hate that
man.
shit,
Right,
bro.
and she already been banged out.
Right.
She got slutted out in high school and college.
No walls.
All right, but I'm gonna read this Isaiah 51:22 that the humble servant Haran put up. This is Isaiah 51:22, and it says, "Thus saith thy Lord Yahweh, and thy power will bring you back."
I got you, brother. I got you. You got it.
There you go.
It says, I'll just start it again. Isaiah 51:22. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, and thy power that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken the cup of out of thy hand, the cup of trembling, and even the dregs of the cup of my fury thou. Then it 50:23. I mean 51:23.
no, you got more.
Salaki, I missed part. Damn, I can't see.
That's
I have taken out. Damn, Salaki.
I'll read it for you.
Barbecue shop, brother.
Thus saith the Lord power and thy power that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again, but I will put it on the hand of them that afflict thee.
Yes.
which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground, as the street to them that went over.
And see, and the problem is that these women really don't want men to be men. They want men to be men according to Esau's standard. That's what it comes to. They want you to be. They want men to be men according to Esau's standard, and Esau's standard has failed.
They're not men.
His standard has failed miserably. Look at his country. Look at marriages. Look at houses. Look at families, man.
Well, yeah, Esau got that fetish. Esau men, I forget the term for it. Esau men like to be degraded. He's a cut. They like when they. Well, that's true. It's not the term for it though. I can't think of it.
Dominatrix. Dominatrix.
Close enough.
Dominatrix is one of them, but that's to an extreme. Anyway, I forget the phrase for it. All those are good.
Right.
Esau.
It's a word.
Like it, brother, no.
I'm gonna leave you guys.
But Esau likes to be dominated by women. They like the woman to talk down on them. They like their woman to rule over them.
Paddles.
Yep.
Oh, Capo, bring out
The
the
whole
thing.
yes mistress shit.
Yeah.
Bring out the.
They like to respond, yes, ma'am. It's a fucking phrase for it. Well, basically, they like to be subs. The men like to be subs. That's what it is. They like to be subs.
That's contrary to nature.
Well, and I was just.
That's a fetish. It's a whole category of it.
Right, but it is. It's like the brother said. It's contrary to the nature
Yeah.
of the Most High God.
The man is bowing down to her. He's yes, ma'am. She is gonna be a good boy.
Yeah, that's that.
He got on the leash.
That's that domination shit. Yes.
Yes, that's her.
They wearing a damn leather suit and she smacking him on his ass with the little whip
Like on
type
Players
thing.
Club.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it, but there you go.
That's a great movie. It's very spiritual.
Very spiritual.
I'm gonna watch that.
Now if you go now if you go married go to get married in the court of law in front of a judge, they use the word holy matrimony. If you go in the word of matrimony, it really means matriarch. So really, when you're marrying a woman, you're putting yourself under her rule.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's heavy that you say that because you're actually right. They do call it matrimony versus patrimony.
Yeah,
Because
matrimony.
it actually be patrimony.
That's it.
Right.
I've never thought about that, and now I'm going to use that.
Yeah, that's why the man bowed
Hey,
down.
that was
Get
beautiful.
on the
That was
phone.
good.
That's
That's heavy as hell.
And all holy matrimony. Looking at it.
Con, brother.
I got some good teachers around here.
They got on the
Esau likes somebody to dominate him.
Yeah, they like that shit.
Well, you know, they demonize a man for being a man. It's toxic, you know. But when truth is, the problem is toxic femininity.
That's
But-
right.
and judgment is coming down. The world is changing, man. The prophecies are coming to pass. And this society is about to collapse. And just like I said, this young man said he's waiting for it. He's praying and hoping that it collapses and goes crazy because he want to go visit this woman.
Me too.
All right.
Not gonna do it.
Could you bring up that video?
We waiting for you.
Bring up that video, brother.
I was gonna finish that Proverbs.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Proverbs 1:30. This says, "They would none of my counsel; they despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices."
Damn, and that was those women on those mattresses getting ran through by those hordes of men, man.
Man, on devices. You always said it. They want to ride the cock carousel. Hey, the cock carousel gonna ride them.
Yep, smacking and pulling their weave out at the same time.
It is Job 4.
Foot on the head.
Job 4:8. Even as I have seen it, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. So whatever you're dealing with, hey, the Lord will bring it back to you. And we got an example of that in the book of Judges.
If I may say, because he was reading now, you despise the counsel of the Most High God, and the counsel of the Most High God, it genders to life. So anything contrary to that, it genders to death. So your devices, is the opposite of the Most High's counsel. It's about death. So you're gonna be filled with death.
Like Natazaki says, it's a death style.
Hey, this is Judges 19:1. I'm gonna jump around. And it came to pass in those days when there was no king in Israel, that there was a certain Levite sojourning on the side of Mount Ephraim, who took to him a concubine out of Bethlehem, Judah. And his concubine played the whore against him, and went away from him unto her father's house to Bethlehem, Judah, and was there 4 whole months. So she went and played the whore, right?
For 4 months.
Yep. So we fast forward, and it would have been longer. He went and got her.
Yeah.
He went and got her. He was going to show her mercy.
Yeah.
He, in his heart, he wanted to show his woman mercy. But the Lord had a different plan.
And for the record, y'all women don't know real men. All men love their bitches, bro.
They do.
All of them do. The
The
thing
woman is
is,
the glory of the man.
say it again.
The woman is the glory of the man.
When
Hey,
you
man,
buck up
the
against
Bill told
that
me
man,
you must love your hoes. I don't know where the ideology of not loving hoes came
Yeah,
from.
that's
exactly.
Even
I
though
love
Come
my
on.
hoes.
Exactly.
I love all
See,
my
but what you
bitches.
women don't understand is
All my
we
bitches.
love
Don't
you,
love. Don't
but
fall.
as the scriptures say, we will not be brought under the power of any.
That's right.
All right, the scripture says, and I credit Benji to remember it. When in my situation, when my demon and my daughter and so forth, he brought the scripture out and it just hit so wonderful about not giving up your preeminence, man.
Yeah,
It
that's
says,
right.
Sirach, it says that it's better that your children should seek after thee than you to give up your preeminence. So a real man who holds his preeminence, which is now called deadbeat dad, all right?
But when they
But
get older,
it's
Bitch,
you.
call me what you
Right.
want,
Yeah, yeah.
hey,
but you can't call me
Hey,
at all.
hey,
You are.
Hey, if I may,
hey, but in that
if I may, because here it is. This is Revelation 21:1, and I'll hit to 3. It says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men,
Man.
and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God." You see, the world was made for our sakes. This our world. We love our world. That's why we sighing and crying right now, because everything is out of order and it's backwards. But we love our world. We love our subjects. We love our women. We love everything that's ours. And when it's out of order, we mad.
And right.
And we happy, fuss, and we cuss.
We hate that we gotta spend all the money we have to spend on food, and then your food doesn't even do for your body what it's supposed to do.
Exactly.
It
do the opposite.
And I said, yeah, it actually
I
makes you
think
sick.
of you every time I look at supplements.
And I said,
Every time I hear
you
your
took
voice.
the word out of my mouth.
Every time I
The
hear you.
fact that supplement stores even exist is evidence that this man is not fit for rulership.
right.
Why the fuck do you need to go to a supplement store to buy the stuff to put in your body that's supposed to be in your fucking food?
Exactly.
Now, you've been upstairs to
Yes.
how many
Like
supplements
it,
are there in there?
it looks like a damn,
a drugstore.
like a damn pharmacy over
pharmacy.
there.
Because
Same thing
I
in
gotta
one
put
of
my shit back into the food that you took out.
Exactly.
Then you have the nerve to be mad at you for being mad at you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And what makes it worse?
Oh, say that again.
I just
Say
feel
that
like-
again.
This is fucking punk ass red devil got the nerve to be mad at you for being mad at him for fucking you up.
And for finding out.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
bullshit.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't tell on me.
Don't
Don't tell on me.
Right, don't say what I'm doing to you.
Right.
That's like I
I
said.
just spent all this money to hide it.
Yeah, it's like the one brother that got the thumbnail of one of the characters from Scooby Doo. You know,
For you
and it's
meddling
one of the
kids.
Israelite
Right,
brothers.
yeah.
Yeah, right. It's one of the meddling He's down, he's right, because Esau always getting caught.
That's it.
You know?
Hey, you know what's spiritual? That he brought out Scooby Doo. And see, hey, the scriptures, you know, the Apostle Elder Tahar, the beloved Apostle Elder Tahar always says, when you see things, you got to filter them to the scriptures. Now, in the 90s, they had made a remake of Scooby Doo called the Scooby Doo Missed Kids. But the villain in it was named Red Herring.
Red Herring,
He was an
yeah.
Edomite with red hair and freckles.
Wow.
And it was like, you know who really did it? It was
Red.
the Red Herring.
Even if it wasn't him, they always blamed him out
Even
the
if
gate.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
He was the gate.
Yeah.
Because that was supposed
That
to be
was him,
Esau. If you go back and watch that shit, I'm like, damn, they showed the
He was their
whole
first
time
suspect.
This was supposed to be Esau being the devil.
but a lot of the cartoons,
Yeah.
a lot of the cartoons already they tell you who Esau is, just like in that movie, the Lorax. Alright, the Lorax.
Yeah, that movie was heavy.
That-
Evil as I
Lorax,
want to
yeah,
be.
Lorax. Yeah, he said.
You put me on to that movie.
Oh yeah, that's shit. I watch all them little kid movies.
Because you got a whole bunch of
You got 13 kids.
But a lot of those movies, it really tell you. A lot of those movies really tell you Esau's agenda. You know, like in the movie Lorax, he said he sang a song.
Lorex.
Lorex.
Lorex,
He
brother.
said, how bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. Right? And he was chopping down the trees,
Destroying the environment.
Destroying the environment. He was killing off the animals, doing all of this. But it was really, he said, I'm just doing what comes naturally. He said, man, this is my nature.
And the Lorax was a prophet.
And the Lorax was telling
He
him,
was a prophet, yeah.
He said, I'm the voice of the trees.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He said, do not this thing. You know, he told him, do not this thing. You know, he's killing off the trees, but end up, what happened? Pretty much, he was a bum and he was all left in the
He
wilderness.
killed off the trees, and then the next devil fucked up the air.
And the next dude fucked up the air.
And everything was fucking.
And it was the wilderness. He made everything was synthetic, and they was trying to always find out a way to make money off you. That's Esau, man.
Hey.
They buy air in China right now.
Hey, that's the spirit. It's an episode, and this the only one. Like, cause the brother was just talking about is we going to see Super. Yeah, how Ratazar. I don't even know why he asked the question, but of course we're going to see Dragon Ball Super. Yahoo Ratazar. But yeah, we're getting fly too, Lord willing. But nevertheless, the only canon that they took out of Dragon Ball Z is Dragon Ball GT, and they always try to downplay it. But like the second or third episode, it's when they go to another planet. It's Goku, it's Trunks, and it's his granddaughter Pan, and they just going on journeys throughout the universe. And the first planet they land on is called Omega, but it's symbolic to America. Cause it's the Red King. He rules it. It's this big red dude. He rules it, and everything costs. And they went to save Omega when they found out what was going on. But if you sit down, it's a chip in you or something that they charge. They find out you getting charged. Once you get up, you charge. Once you open your mouth and speak, you charge. Everything you charge. But everything is charged. So the inhabitants of the planet end up poor, but the government still comes to them and charge. And the rule, Goku was like, who behind all this bullshit? And there was a big pink dude with white hair. And they go, they end up dealing with him, but at the same time, and it's called Omega. That was supposed to be America, man. But them gooks really put that shit out there in Dragon Ball GT. Every single then at one, he found the Gadites, that whole planet of Gadites with the feathers and shit. He went to deal with them, and they was living peacefully. Man, Dragon Ball GT was the most spiritual cartoon I ever seen. And they took that out the canon. And they didn't show them.
That's why I never got a chance to watch them.
Yeah, and they was masculine. They got their black hair back. They looked like the apes because they call niggas monkey. They look like the men. Yep.
Yeah, but the whole
thing. When you go to watch it, those ones are in there.
That's like the Apocrypha.
You can only get it on exactly.
They took it out.
The Apocrypha of Dragon Ball Z.
Wow.
People say it ain't canon.
Every single episode, they got the one with the rappers. They show you how to rap the worship Satan. And Goku the strongest being in existence, and he's symbolic to the Northern Kingdom Israelite. But this dude, he goes there, and the dudes put on a boombox, and they hypnotize the people. But they was like, man, these three people we ran into are strong. So they go to this big ass owl, and all the celebrities, Molech, all the celebrities, all the rappers on the planet, they bow down to him, and they get their power, and they go back and trick society.
Wow.
GT a motherfucker.
There it is, man.
They
there
show Esau.
Bring that up, brother. Bring it up. Then we gonna watch this clip of this video.
This is heavy, man.
Damn, this heavy. It's a heavy deal.
Esau 3. This is back in Judges 19. Now we fast forward. He went to get his woman back. He wanted to show her mercy, right? So this is Judges 19. And he ran across a man that was he was showing hospitality. It's like culture. He's like, you could lodge with us, come chill with us. Don't even worry about using your food. I got you, right? Now, as 22, now as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, so some worthless niggas, these are your gangbangers today.
Facts.
All right? And this shows you that gangbanging, homosexuality goes hand in hand. It always has, always will.
Yeah.
That's why
That's why they sagging and shit.
Your most toughest gang banging, all right, is a sodomite. They deal with trains. The west side is filled with trains. And you will wonder, now the west side of Chicago is the worst side of Chicago. Yeah. And you will wonder, how all these trains just free up there? Because those niggas are fucking them.
And why they...
Them BDs over there, the GDs especially over there fucking
Definitely them BDs.
Yeah, I look at people out there that's selling low peanuts or little socks, little candy, or the woman that be selling them piggy banks, and I be like, man, ain't nobody buying it. But then
Somebody
they out
got
every
to
day,
be
and I'm
buying
like,
it.
nah, they buying it. You know what I'm saying? They buying it. You know what I'm saying? Because they out there every day. And just like when I used to go to the Bears games and sell the hats and stuff, and people, I was making, you know, hundreds. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I was there every time. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't
And so
gonna
I'm
keep
like,
going out there and
I'm
not
like,
making no money.
exactly. So them, translators be out there. They get
They get successful.
Somebody is paying for their services.
Exactly. They ain't there for
And
nothing.
if you go to these prison movies or the documentaries, that I keep remembering that one dude.
They got it.
That one
Yep.
dude, and that one dude was like, he's when the nigga come in with the booty guy with his
Booty bandit.
You know what he said, I just tell him, so look, I like you. I want you to do this the hard way or the easy way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then a lot of these
Hardcore
niggas,
gangsters.
that's it, right. But a lot of these hardcore gangsters go up in there thinking they're gonna be covered by the GD set, by the Mo set, or whatever the fuck set they think they Latin King set, whatever the fuck. And then if they don't meet the cut to pass the bill, and Ducat one go Johnny fuck you and ass you, you're gonna. A lot of these guys who come out of jail, been in there for 5, 6, 7
to be covered is to allow it. And
Exactly.
the GD's lit the literature. If the big homie want to smash in jail, the young homie got a ladder.
More than 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years or better.
10
I
years.
remember one
Wow.
time. Man,
They got in their laws.
No,
So-
it is. It's I'm
So
trying to-
you just the nigga that gotta get the titties tattooed on your
Yeah.
back and bent over.
Well, it don't matter
Alright,
whether
that's
you
some
get
sick
bent
shit,
over
man.
or doing the bending over.
Yeah,
It's
still
sick.
wild.
It's some sick shit.
All of it.
All of it. But it's okay. We gonna have customized swords for them.
Yeah, I didn't
But
walk past
when
him.
we
in
gonna get this
prison.
video.
Can I finish the
Come on,
scripture real
Go ahead, brother.
Alright, so the sons of Belial, they set the house round about and beat at the door, and spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, bring forth the man that came into thy house, that we may know him. So he wanted to rape the Ephraimite man. And the man, the master of the house, went down to them and said unto them, nay, my brethren, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly, saying that this man is coming to my house, do not this folly. Behold, here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine. Here go 2 women.
Virgins, man.
One is a virgin. Them I will bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good unto you. But unto this man do not so vile a thing. But the man would not hearken to him, so the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them, and they knew her and abused. So only this one got raped. The virgin never got touched. This is the Lord's judgment right here, man. As wicked as these niggas are, they get theirs. But this is still the Lord's judgment, and that's gonna come again. You women out here thinking shit cool. You out here being whores and harlots
And getting paid.
Right. You building up a great fan base. You got a lot of incels, involuntary celibates, that's sitting there mad. All right, they can't get that box. All right.
Hey, I was gonna
They
bring that out.
deserve it.
And
They
the
deserve
Elder
it.
Malcolm brought that.
You know why they deserve it? Because you are what us was here for.
Facts.
Right? So you fighting in their face. You living next door to them. They ready, man. And when this shit crack, they will get you. I'm gonna
Bitches
keep
come
going.
outside in lingerie.
But the man would not hearken to him, so the man took his concubine and brought her forth to them. They knew her and abused her all the night until the morning. All night long. And when
She didn't get no break. So that means she was in stuff.
Yeah.
She was like the woman in my vision. The woman in the vision.
night long.
Because the men wouldn't relay. They were sitting there drinking, waiting their turn.
They wasn't tripping.
And it was three women, and it was 3 men to each woman.
Raw dog.
Just kept getting tired and tired and tired until that bitch.
You gonna get what you want.
Yeah.
Get what you want. The
That's
Lord gonna
it.
give you what you want.
That's it. You that sow the same, you that sow iniquity shall reap the same. That's right. Corral. Yes.
That's right.
And when the day began to spring, they let her go. So finally, the sun came up and let her go, and just get past this. She died.
Yep.
They essentially fucked her
They
to death,
raped her to
man.
death, yeah.
And that's the judgment that's coming to this place. You think you're independent and want to do this or that, and you're gonna be independent, man. That's right. You're gonna. Hey, like
And
you
men
said,
were a lot stronger and powerful, more powerful back then.
And
so were the women.
Hey,
So you bitches,
that's right.
fractionally, you're still just as, it's still the same ratio.
It's
man.
still the same ratio.
Yep, it's still the same ratio. You women are feeble, and you about to get it, man. You want equality, then here you go.
Hey, I tell them all the
Equal
time.
lefts and equal rights.
I definitely practice that. I tell them all the time, man. You hoes said you can do better all by myself, and I'll let you.
Oh, if I may,
You
man, my wife, she had saw a video, man, and it was at the gas station.
My sister or the other one?
That one.
Yeah.
That
I ain't
one.
gonna
He
bitch
said
around,
that
so I
one.
gave it to the brother.
Yeah, that
So
Fuck out my business.
So she seen the video, and it was basically at a gas station, and it was like 3 niggas, and there was this one black woman, and they were trying to steal her car. And this bitch, she basically like, she playing catch me if you can. She got the keys on her. They trying to get this bitch, so they chasing her all around the gas station. It's late at night. She said it was at least 3 other men that was around, that looked at her, saw what was happening, and they kept that shit pimping, man. They just fucking
Like that
walked
meme
off,
I
man.
sent you.
They
Every
walked
dog by
off.
the ears.
Hey, no, she said it. She said, Father's she said, you said it. She said, you was like these same bitches that want to act like a man and be independent. When all hell start to break loose, they gonna be calling on help. She was like, the bitch was just running around the car screaming, help!
Ain't nobody
Help!
coming for that
And when
shit.
nobody helping, it was these same men that you shitted on,
Hey,
that you was shitting
these
on,
men
that you
get
gonna get
paid
help.
into back. It's, it was a parody, and the dude, some bitch was carrying like some big ass fish tank,
Yeah, say
and it
that.
was English dude.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
oh, some help. So he grabbed it.
Oh, yeah.
She said, oh, thanks. He get her basically to her crib.
my boyfriend.
She was like, my boyfriend. He said,
dropped
oh, he broke that shit.
Dropped that
He got
shit.
the attitude, like, look, ask your man to do it.
Get your man.
Yeah.
You ain't got it, man. That's on you, bitch.
That's
That's
funny.
how it should be.
As a matter of fact, it was some shit that happened last night. Was dealing with the brothers. Some chick was coming out this bar, and she was telling the guy, "Oh yeah, I don't need no help. I got a boyfriend. But the whole time, it was constant guys coming towards her, and her boyfriend wasn't there. So if something would have happened to her, and then
She was there for the free shit. I got a quote.
Why you in the bar without your man?
Hey, I got a quote for Todd. All these bitches
Why
like
the
free
hell are
She
you
was
in
there
a
for
bar
free shit.
without your man?
shit. She was there
If
for the
you
drink.
right,
Yeah, that shit wickedness.
That's evil.
why? Because you know what? Because if something would have came along that was appealing to her, she would have went.
But,
Yes, sir.
But,
That's what it was all about.
but
Yes, sir.
these women, they didn't count the cost. All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon 12:23. Wherefore, whereas men and women have lived dissolutely and unrighteously, thou hast tormented them with their own abominations. So because you didn't want to come up under a man, you want to act like the man. When shit gets real, you're gonna be put in real man situations.
Hey,
What
you
I
gonna crumble,
you
man.
see what I put on the book the other day? Keisha has to man up now. Now they got this bull dagger, you know, who plays for the women's NBA.
Brittany Griner?
Yeah,
Griner.
a bull dagger.
Yeah.
She's in a Russian prison, facing up to 10 years. It's been 4 weeks now, and all these black women making a shout out in the crowd for. I said no. She wanted to be a man. Now she has to be one.
Yeah.
Now she has to fucking be one. And there's a lot of carcass that need munched over there, bitch. Man up.
Gird up that loins.
Yeah, some of the Russian MMA
A lot of fur burgers.
Russian bitches over there. Bring
Yeah.
out what you got, pops, and we gonna
That
play
was
this
what I
video.
got. What?
Oh,
You
come
hold
on.
this one.
Shit, we signed up.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 3:9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints. He had care for his elect, which is the Israelites. That says verse 10. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imagination, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord.
Hey, these fucking bitches, man, they really don't understand, man, what's really coming to them, man. I'm gonna just give a personal testimony. My ex-wife committed adultery, all right? And
What a coincidence.
What a
Me too.
coincidence, right? And but a couple months later, the guy she committed adultery with, the Lord made him a quadriplegic. All right, the Lord judged him. All right, and now she can't keep a dude. Now she fucking homeless, and now she fucking need me.
Call out me.
Right.
Block her.
Hey, look, but the Lord is gonna make a way. Hey, look, man, all these motherfuckers all these bitches, you gonna understand that you just a woman, man.
Hey, what
And your place is to be a fucking woman.
Yeah, all
Like,
my
you
baby
can't do
mamas
Woman means servant.
a servant.
kick it together.
Right.
Cause
All
they
right.
can't see me.
No, because they got no, because they have it in their mind in this society that a woman is equal to or above a man, and that is not so.
Hey, if then why you not building the rest of America? If you fucking right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you women, for one, you're not mentally stable enough to do the things we do. That's why you women don't do it, man.
Hey, the dude, Kevin Samuels, he said that, you know, that show Lost, or you got the little show where they drop him off in the
Oh, Survival.
Survivor.
Naked and alone.
Man versus Wild.
Man versus Wild.
That's the one.
He did a comparison. He dropped
That's my
women
favorite.
off. He dropped a group of women off with nothing. All right, and then in the second day, they was begging the crew to take them home, and then they dropped men off in that same predicament, and the men start building stuff. The men start fishing. The men start doing stuff. So it
A
just
woman ain't gonna
shows
touch no damn fish.
you women are gonna really just dissolve in the time to come, man.
Oh, but
You
you
don't have
missed the
no net.
point.
You're not for that.
Hey, Ramaki, he talked about how the man, and I be watching that trick. Yes, Kevin Samuels is a fucking trick. He can spit out the bone. Don't be tricking off with these bitches, man. But look,
Yeah, he ear hustled the prophets, man.
He do.
He do.
And
He
then,
always
you know.
hey, but nevertheless, when he brought out that dissertation, I actually liked it because he made a point. He said the men actually got together, made a plan, and got it out there. These bitches was arguing, crying, screaming, looking at their nails. The men, when they dropped them off, they actually put some shit together.
Like, bro, what's your specialty? What you know how to do? What you know how to do? Let's do something.
Exactly.
All right.
Right, he was saying something about the women damn near died 2 times over.
Yeah. That was a very great example of how shit happened.
They were crying before they got to the fucking island. They were already having mental breakdowns, man.
So just imagine what's gonna happen, man.
When the Facebook
Let the
shut
video
down
play.
last week.
The bitch was
Play this video.
Play the video.
Let this video play.
Play the video. Roll that footage.
And we literally only need to hear a few seconds of it because it's gonna fit right in to what
Christopher Reed.
All right, cut.
AMTV.
He be doing sit down.
He getting swole.
see where the sound at. Yeah.
I thought it was on them.
He been watching Murph's videos.
Yeah, that nigga been watching that mother.
Shemai.
All right, take it back.
Shemai.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do not like to bring this news, but the United States of America is very close to an economic collapse of biblical proportions, something that I think will wreck the U.S. dollar, push us into hyperinflation, and ultimately introduce a new world reserve currency, because that was always the plan, ladies and gentlemen, is to destroy the value of the U.S. dollar through hyperinflation and make it so difficult for you to survive that they could provide the solution to the economic problem that they created. And so what I think is going to happen is we're going to have an economic reset of biblical proportions that destroys the value of the U.S. dollar currency and basically hyperinflates all non-dollar denominated assets like real estate, cash flow producing businesses, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and more. Now, these geopolitical events, of course, crisis after crisis. Notice this, it was crisis after the new Ukraine crisis, which they're now calling for.
Shit,
which I've talked about on this channel for a very long time.
So you can pause it right there, brother. Look, he is done, man. This dude has lost it. You know what? Because in reality, what he's not admitting is that he knows that he's defeated, and he knows that there's no future.
It's over.
And he's trying to basically this dude is trying to build a castle, out of rocks.
The American dream was a nightmare,
The
man.
American dream has turned into a nightmare, and he admitted that this is going to usher in the digital currency, and I believe that the digital currency is going to be ushered in this year. Lord's will. I believe it's this year because it's like I said earlier, Russia and China and Russia are already ahead on it, and that system is backed by gold on top of that. All right, and all these other nations are starting to flutter toward that. Right? OPEC look. Why would OPEC want to deal with a nation with the digital currency that's backed by nothing? All right. So OPEC, so all America's allies, man, it's not looking good, and something has to happen. And then with the evidence and the truth coming out about these sauces that they were making everybody drink. Now all the information is coming out on that, and these people are still pushing for another one. All right, when all the evidence is out of all the people dying and being sick from the last stuff.
Last 3 doses.
So of sauce. All right, of sauce, man, of the Beetlejuice, exactly.
Shit, these motherfuckers talking about they tested positive for AIDS now.
Yeah, so
after vaccination.
and it's coming, and it's that's across the and what they're calling it. What one doctor said was that he was calling it something else. But he's saying it's like AIDS because and it may as well be HIV because it's destroying the immune system and these people are dying, man.
Right.
Not to mention that people are getting heart attacks and dropping, after taking the special sauce.
It's a difference. See, when you think about the autoimmune deficiency syndrome, which is what you get the word AIDS from, it has a stigma that comes along with it now that it's bisexual and homosexual shit, which it was never the reason why it came out. The original.
There's patents on it.
The original autoimmune deficiency syndrome came from them doing the vaccinations or vaccinations, or they're in Europe. Africa, and they were, those maxes gave them the autoimmune.
SIV, which is President Monkeys, they used that blood to get I think it was a polio, and they used the blood to get the vaccination for the polio disease. The SIV in monkeys and humans turns to HIV. Right. And in turn turns to the autoimmune disease.
But HIV is something that you can live with for your whole life with no medicine.
Oh yeah, it's not. Yeah,
but it's the stuff they give you that actually mutates it and makes you turn into the autoimmune deficiency, which actually kills you. Because they give you shit to actually kill you.
So you can live with AIDS, you can't live with the medicine.
No, you can live with HIV. You can't live with AIDS. HIV,
if it turns into AIDS, you're done. Basically, the latest sauce that has been given, most people that had 3 sauces or more, or had the 3 sauces, that's what's happening to them across the board.
Because
the evidences of that is out there now. All right, so that could also cause a problem with allies and things like that.
It's like radiation.
And basically, I'm just praying and hoping and waiting for that wrong psycho Edomite to lose a family member and just head to some of these, to some of these state buildings and just start going in.
If he ain't
the
Riddler,
because eventually, some ex-Navy SEAL, one of these diehard, crazy ass preppers, patriot preppers, loses that wrong person dies, man. Or maybe it was even his old Marine buddy that saved his life, in one of them illegal wars they was in.
Even one closer to home. He made him want to take the max, and he's a trucker. Now he can't make those lips around for his family no more. Now he's against the government. He believes in America, but he feels the government is wrong in America. So now what he want to do? That's the plot to any good movie. Now he wants to
Riddler
bomb America.
What's crazy?
Or he comes to a homegrown terrorist.
And that's exactly what's that sort of thing is going to happen.
Ex-military man.
But nevertheless,
driving trucks.
Con.
He lost his job because he want to take your
and he used to be a damn sniper.
What's crazy?
Now it's over.
What's crazy?
If I may, this is Job Salaki, right? This is Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
And that's exactly it. Yeah. Because when this digital system come in, that's when everything gonna go down, man. Yeah. All right, and that's when you know that the chariots are gonna come back, man.
There's a lot of Edomites even who understand that the mark of the beast is this chip that we talked about, man. And they're not gonna take it. They're not gonna go down quiet. The Egyptians shall fight against the Egyptians. All right, they go.
And they making all this legislation to try to take all the guns away still. Yep. They just signed some more stuff to try to take it. So these people, hey, look, you ain't taking away Esau's blessing.
Oh no,
Esau gonna die with his blessing in his hand, like he going to Valhalla. He going to Gunhalla.
Right. That Uber ride I had was an epic conversation. You end up mentioning them gun laws, and that Edomite said his mouth. Those of us that want to uphold our Second Amendment, they're not gonna take our guns. He ready to fight. This nigga's driving Uber.
He pretty much told you.
Once he realized that I didn't give it, like in fact, you get 5 stars for this conversation. Once he realized,
I'm gonna give you a tip and
he
5
started
stars.
talking that good shit.
Yeah, I used to do that with them cab drivers all the time before Uber became popular. Well, I used to get them to talk, man, and they would start telling you how they really felt, man.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Once again, this game I played, and there was a dude was telling me how he was with he was at the White House thing, you know, and he was saying how that whole thing was set up because it was peaceful at first, but it turned into some other shit. But he was basically like, look, I don't like what the fuck is happening. I don't like the shows that my kids watching. And he say, we ready to die. Basically, he ready to die for this shit. And this just
because these Edomites love what they stole. They love what they stole and what they built up for themselves and their people, man.
They want
What you got, Pop?
This is Proverbs 3, I'm going to start at 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the forward is an abomination to Yahweh, but his secret is with the righteous. Y'all don't want to hear what we saying, but y'all want to keep choosing what this Edomite is telling y'all to do, and y'all coming up short, okay? And y'all don't want to be bound in Babylon like these women. You go keep coming up short until you put to death.
Right, this man is oppressive to his own nation because it says the Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt. So that's the reason why you have Idumeans that's not fucking with the shit that their own leaders are doing this shit to them, man. You know? So why would you want to attach yourself to this man? He can't save himself. He can't benefit his own race, and his time is up.
Right.
Well, Scripture talk about how he rule the nations in anger. You don't just say Israelite nations. Talking about the whole earth.
Well, the Scripture say in Revelations, he'll destroy him that destroyed the earth. Man. Like the brother said, GMS, what's that? Solomon 7. Yeah, he's the harbinger of death. Everywhere this nigga goes, some shit get fucked up, man. Everywhere.
Your Warrior said, the
master desire.
Yeah, he just said that a lot.
Yeah, I got one more verse. This is 33. The curse of Yahweh is in the house of the wicked. This is where we at now. These curses that was on us is passed over to them.
Hey, somebody had that up on the screen. That Deuteronomy 30:7, man.
I learned that one from you.
So it's passing over to them. And they not, and like you said, like the guy that was on the thing, Dabu 7. And
that's Chris Green.
Oh, Chris Green.
I call him the wise steward.
Okay, but he's not going peacefully. He's upsetting man. These Edomites are mad as hell and everything else. And while they all mad, this is where we at. But he blesses the habitation of the just. Because while all this shit is going bad, we keep in our mind.
And I love that saying that the brother Zion Quadash put up. Said this is one problem Esau can't shoot his way out of.
He can't shoot his way out of. He can't buy it. He can't think it. He just fucks.
Yeah, he can't buy it. You heard the comedian that was making a complaint about the camp that be down in front of his apartment building, and then you thinking he getting ready to talk some shit, and he was like, and no matter how much I talk to them and beg them, they won't let me join them. Because basically he was. So what that really meant is that because he was complaining that they're always saying the white man is the problem, the white man this and the white man that, and white people just need to die. And so basically what he was saying is that he agrees. So even Esau's tired, man. Esau is tired of Esau.
Esau fed up. Yeah, he might walked up, and when I was talking to that fucking satanic Hispanic that be coming to the camp and that false sense of humility, the one that I posted in the orders room, that fucking clown Humberto. But I was talking to him. He like, man, I need to find a brother. It was so spiritual, man. Those two brothers some real. I need to find some real brothers. I'm talking to this dickhead, right? The last chance of mercy I gave him, right? I'm actually with a third chance before the last. Cause this nigga's horrible. But long story short, and you can tell he was like an Edomite. He was like ex-military Marine type. He looked at me, he had on his mat, he had on like a ski mask, like, and he looked at me, he took it off. He said, I don't get this. You guys are real. I don't know how these people don't think y'all real. To be out here, how y'all be out here, you guys are the real fucking guys, man. You the real fucking guys, man. And he just walked in jewels.
You gotta look at it because the prophets.
Damn. That was deep. No, that was very deep, man. He said, y'all. He said, I don't, he's a straight Edomite. And shit, could be a Jake. But he said, man, to be out here and y'all be, it was cold as fuck that day too. He said, I just look at you. I saw those are men. Those are the real guys, man, that believe what they believe. He said, these are the real guys.
The word of the Lord purified, man.
That's right.
You know, so
he said, I don't believe, but I know y'all the real guys.
The scriptures say the devils believe in shit.
And in the spirit, I said, I told you we was the brothers. Because he went from camp to camp to camp. He go with his bullshit litigations. And that was the spirit. I said, don't you think this is on the Lord that a random Edomite might walk up and say that?
he said, the scripture say, I gave you a mouth that no man so gainsay nor resist, man. All right, so when we're really out there, we out there as a representative of the Lord. You know, like a better word, as the Lord.
It really be the Lord talking though. You know what I'm saying? It really be, and that's why they can't gainsay. Because the scripture says it's not you that's speaking, but the spirit of your father in you.
What's the scripture say? You can say nothing against this truth.
Yep.
You know, so the spirit that gave brothers. Hey, everything you see is the workings of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. It's not workings of anything we do. Hell, we used to say it all the time back in the day. Hell, a lot of scriptures I don't even be remembering on a day-to-day basis.
What you mean? It's
I get out to the line and they just
the Lord brings it back into your memory.
You
He
know?
said, I stir up
Yeah,
your
well,
minds by way of remembrance.
you know, it's like especially on really cold days, man. Because sometimes when I'm alone, just moving along on my daily life, it's like my mind goes blank. But the moment someone says something, it's like
triggers
it triggers it. And it's like, it's like when we be on the line and it's like 20 degrees. Or it's 20 below.
That's right.
And we be in the spirit, but as soon as we salute out,
That's when you get cold.
As hell.
Hey, I told Moses
it's like,
that.
damn. Because when we be in the spirit, man,
you don't feel it.
The spirit of the Lord literally be on us, man.
Even when the brothers come into the house, when they come into the room, it can be cold as fuck outside. I got the heat up, you know what I'm saying? As soon as the spirit gets really cooking in here, we got to open up doors, we got to turn on the fans, because not only our own personal body heat, but the spirit is fire. The spirit is pure energy. We get hot in this truth. We say it sometimes verbally, but we actually literally get hot.
What Jeremiah said, he said it was like a fire shut in my bones.
This Luke 24:32, and they said one to another, did not our heart burn within us when he talked with us by the way? When he opened to us the scriptures. This is after Yahweh Shai came back.